The title of this message is Hardship, Precedes, Reward. If we want anything in life, if we want to achieve anything in life, we need to apply a certain amount of effort before we can achieve or accomplish what we would like to achieve or accomplish. You cannot perform to the standard you would like to perform without practice. Certain things would come naturally, but certain things would require a certain amount of practice or effort. If you don't practice, you will hurt yourself badly. A lot of things we would try to do without practice, and we would hurt ourselves. This season that we are in, the season that you are in here at Jericho, is practice for the day you leave Jericho. So you cannot spend this time chilling, not practicing, thinking that you would leave here and you can handle things. You can perform without applying the practice. We come to a place in our lives where we are now sober for a week, 2 weeks, a month, a couple of years maybe, and we think we are in the position to be the healer, while we are still broken. We are the ones that needs fixing. So while you are still the one that needs fixing, we feel that I need to go home and fix things. We cannot be the solution while we are still part of the problem. Okay. So just because we are sober now does not make us not the problem anymore. We are just a sober problem. Okay.
Amen.
Okay. We are still a progress in working. Nobody said it would be easy. Anything in life that's worth it won't be easy. So you find yourself now in a difficult moment, a difficult phase, a difficult season. And we would like to back out of this difficult time, because in addiction we never followed anything through. So what do we do when we go through a difficult time? We
Give up.
We do give up, but we sing and we say that we will seek God and we will find our strength in Him.
Amen.
We need to start living according to our words and according to our intentions. Now there's a difference between your intentions and your actions, and we might have pure intentions, and we need to start living according to those intentions. Okay, let's go to Psalm 46, verse 10. It says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." So, when we find ourselves in a difficult situation, do we trust that God is God? God can control every situation, or God has a hand in every situation? Or do we try to fix things ourselves? When you get stuck in a difficult situation, you shouldn't make any impulsive decisions. You shouldn't make any decision without thinking it through. And what we do when we get stuck is we try to wiggle ourselves out of a situation. And the wiggling part will only worsen your situation. A lot of us would, when we get caught in a certain situation, we get caught out, we would lie, or we would try and justify our behavior, and we would try to hustle our way out of the situation. But by doing that, you will worsen your circumstances. Let's read Psalm 47. And here it says, "O clap your hands, all you peoples. Shout to God with the voice of triumph. For the Lord Most High is awesome. He is a great king over all the earth. He will subdue the peoples under us." So we need to apply what we read. It says here, "For the Lord Most High is awesome. He is a great king over all the earth." And when we get stuck in a difficult situation, do we believe that God is the king over all the earth? But we try to wiggle ourselves out of a situation. No, we try to make our own way. The last song we sang here was Waymaker. Okay. Not your way, his way. So he's not going to make a way for you to get what you want. He's going to make a way for his will to prevail. Okay. And if that requires to move you out of the way, he will do that as well. Difficult moments, we all go through difficult moments, difficult phases, difficult seasons. But we need to understand that the difficult moment or the difficult phase, season, is only a moment, a phase, or a season. It's not permanent. But we would go through the phase or the season or the moment, and we would make a choice in that moment that would have a permanent repercussion. Instead of just being still. If you are still, trusting that God is God, God is awesome, God is a great king over all the earth. In just being still, you don't have the opportunity to make a stupid decision. Okay? So our stupid decisions causes permanent repercussions, permanent consequences. And then we're not stuck anymore in the moment or the season or the phase, but we get stuck in the consequences of our choices. The good news is that the same goes for good choices. The same goes for positive actions, thinking things through, being still, trusting that God is God, trusting that He would make His way. If we look at a more practical example, if you do all your work, all your printing before it's load shedding, you wouldn't have an issue. If you do everything when you are supposed to do it, you wouldn't have an issue when things doesn't go according to your plans. That is where you will get a positive reward for preparation. preparing where you would like to be one day, having a goal or a vision or a dream, acknowledging where you want to be, and then starting to put things in place in order to get there. You won't just arrive there. You need to go from this point to the point where you would like to be. You know, we also sing a song, Your Love Never Fails. We sing that song with all our heart. You know, your love will never fail. But in hardship, we rely on our own abilities. We don't rely on His love that will never fail. We rely on what we can do in that moment. And that is when we get stuck in a situation because we chose to do something instead of relying that His love will never fail. Instead of relying that He would make a way. No, we sing Waymaker. But we would like to go and make our own way. The way we want it to happen. No. If we don't come to a place in our lives where we surrender our will to His will, we will never be at a place where we can live according to the purpose He has planned for us. God is the God of the unstoppable. He is the Lord Most High. He is an awesome God. But when things doesn't go according to our plans, we don't trust in what we just said. We trust in us saving the situation. No, God is a God of the impossible, but He will never force you in a situation. He would allow you to make the choice whether or not you want to follow His will or go your own way. Let's go to Hebrews 11 verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he who comes to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. If we speak about hard work precedes reward, you need to have faith before you can receive the reward. You have to have faith in a difficult situation before you can receive the reward. If you don't have faith in that difficult situation, you would quit. You would give up. You would be hopeless. No? There's a reward in trusting that things will work out according to God's will. It's a nice feeling, still persevering, pushing through, and actually realizing that God's plans or God's idea for you is so much better than you've imagined. And you will never experience that feeling if you give up, if you doubt, if you quit on your journey. You know, the only thing that can stop God's will from prevailing in your life is the lack of willingness from your side. No. God is the God of the unstoppable. No. But He will not force you. So if there's not any willingness from your side, His will won't prevail.